FEI is a nationwide organization of over 10,000 members dedicated to providing CFOs, controllers, and other financial executives with many benefits. We believe our chapter provides a tremendous value to our members and sponsors by organizing and hosting events like today, where we discuss current topics of interest, as well as we have a monthly confidential CFO roundtable, which is for members only that are CFOs or controllers. So very important today is I'd like to thank our sponsor, Wells Fargo. For the second consecutive year, Wells Fargo has partnered with the FEI to put this event on. And this event serves two purposes. One, to provide an economic insight as to what's on the horizon for 2019. And secondly, the proceeds from today's admission and charges goes to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society of Long Island. So last year the donation went to Island Harvest. This year we're doing the Leukemia Society. So we want to thank you for participating, and it's a great cause. And a little later we'll have the people from the Leukemia Society talk about what they do. I'd also like to thank the members of the New York State Society Nassau Chapter CFO Committee for joining us today. We have a lot of different organizations on the island, and a lot of CFOs run into each other, so I thought it made sense to invite that committee. Joanne, thank you. I know Anthony can't be here today, but thank you for joining us. This is our fourth topical event of the season. We're in the process of working out the last couple of events. Our April 14th event is our annual Students' Night. Historically, we recognize the top accounting students at the Long Island colleges and universities, and we give them a certificate. These students are actually nominated by their professors, and they're earmarked as being the top students in the accounting curriculum. So besides the award for the top students from the schools, we'll also be doing a topic of current interest to all the members and participants. At this time, I'd like to take a minute to thank all of our chapter sponsors, several of whom you've probably networked with earlier today. Accenture, Alcott HR, Alley Law Group, BDO, Citron Koopman, Q Brokerage Group, Deloitte, Newmark Knight Frank, Nixon Peabody, Robert Half, and Wells Fargo. Without their support, we would be unable to put these type of presentations on. So I'd like to thank them. So I'm going to give a little background about some of our sponsors today, if you don't mind. Robert Half, founded in 1948. Robert Half is the world's first and largest specialized staffing firm with more than 340 staffing locations worldwide. We believe working happy is the only way to work, and they have made it their mission to help people find fulfilling jobs and help companies build happy and productive teams. I know we have representatives of Robert Half today. Perhaps you can stand up.
Good morning.
Okay. The next sponsor we'll highlight today is BDO. BDO is a professional services firm providing quality service through the active involvement of experienced and committed professionals in insurance, tax, advisory, consulting services, and serves a wide range of publicly traded and privately held companies for more than 100 years. BDO serves multinational clients through a global network of 15 offices across 162 countries. And I know we have a representative of BDO here today. Thank you. Thank you. Great. Citron Koopman. Citron Koopman is among the largest full-service insurance, tax, and business advisory firms in the United States. Having steadily built its business, serving a diverse and loyal clientele since 1979. Rooted in their core values, they provide a comprehensive, integrated business approach to traditional services, which includes prospective insights throughout the life cycle of their clients. I know John's here today. John from BDO. Thank you. Thank you. Is anyone here from Alley Law Group today? Okay, hold up on that. You have to be here to get discuss this one. I'd like to also then introduce one of our newest sponsors here, Q Brokerage. Q Brokerage is a private property and casualty insurance company right here on Long Island. They write all forms of insurance for businesses, large and small. And we've known each other for about 25 years. He's been a successful entrepreneurial insurance company on the island for some time, and thank you for being our sponsor. And lastly, I'd like to introduce Alcott HR. Alcott HR is a PEO firm, private employer organization. Alcott serves problems and issues in the areas of human resources, workman's compensation, risk management, employee benefits, and payroll administration. Their goal is to increase the profitability, maximize employee productivity, and reduce time spent on traditional transactional HR activities. They reduce employer-related liability by grouping companies into a group rather than going out and getting your own insurance for your small group. And ultimately, they lower labor costs. And we have some representatives from Alcott here today in the back. Again, thank you, sponsors, very helpful. Before we start our program, I'd like to point out again that the proceeds from this event will go into the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society of Long Island. I thought it was appropriate to have a representative of the organization speak about what they do, how they've helped Long Island, and I know the continued support from people in this room would be really warranted. I'd like to introduce Jennifer Taggett. She is the Senior Campaign Manager for the Society.
First of all, thank you guys so much for having me here today. As he said, I'm Jen Taggart. I'm Senior Campaign Manager with the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. On the one hand, I wish that everybody knew who we were because we do some great stuff and I'd love to have people get involved. But the flip side of that is oftentimes if somebody knows who we are, it's because they've had a personal experience with a blood cancer. So in that respect, I kind of hope I don't know anyone. But I'd like to thank everyone here today because I know you're making this possible for us. Our mission is to find a cure for all the blood cancers, which include leukemia, lymphoma, Hodgkin's disease, and myeloma, and to also improve the quality of life for patients and their families. We got our start back in the 1940s when a family lost their 17-year-old son to leukemia. Leukemia happens to be the most common form of cancer in children. And back in the 1940s, the survival rate was, anybody want to take a stab at what the survival rate was? And Jeff Wiener, you're not allowed to answer because you've heard this before. It was 3%. Today it's over 90%, and a lot of that is because of the work that we're done, so we're really, really proud of that. And our work is really paying off across the board, not just with leukemia. Last year alone, in fact, there were 21 new approvals by the FDA for blood cancers, 19 of which were funded by our organization. So when I say that our work is really making a difference, it's really making a difference, and every little bit helps, so today's contributions are going to go towards that end. In terms of how there's opportunities for you all to get involved, certainly I would just love everybody to come out and be a part of some of our events that we do throughout the course of the year. Oftentimes I'll get phone calls from people and they're like, how can I help? And I'm like, whoa, there's so many ways you can help. I have people who are in their 70s who come in once a week to stuff envelopes for us. I have people who run marathons and climb Mount Kilimanjaro as a fundraising platform. But probably for businesses and professionals in the community, the best way to get involved is through our Light the Night Awareness Walk, which is in October. I know there are someone from Citron is here. Citron Cooperman put together a corporate team last year. And really it's a great way not only to connect with other businesses across the Long Island and just to be a part of the community, but it's also a really great team building opportunity for your staff and your teams back to the office. I'm going to leave some cards here, but I'm going to be around for the remainder of the event. If anyone ever has any questions on how to get involved, I'd love to meet with you. Like I said, I don't want to meet with you because you have a diagnosis in your family, but if God forbid that day comes to you as well, I have contact information. I can always get you services and support in response to that as well. So like I said, I'll be here after the event if anyone has any questions, but seriously, deepest thanks for everyone's contribution today. Like I said, it really is making a difference, and I've got statistics, beyond statistics to share if anybody's interested in catching me later on. Thanks so much.